leaning towards that way as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picking. Is Brissett? I think Brissett's playing.
Yeah, he's playing.
Is T.Y. Hilton healthy? I'm not sure if T.Y. is healthy.
I don't know if he's healthy. I know he wasn't last week, right? Mm-hmm. Did he play?
I think he missed last week, which was very big for them.
Because they need him. They're in the playoff hunt.
Yeah, he's their best offensive weapon.
Yeah.
And you're missing that.
You can't throw the
right.
You don't have your.
I think, I hate to do it. It's going to be like a more of a downward spiral for Indy. I got to go Tampa Bay.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with Tampa Bay. I'm gonna go with high scoring as well.
Right.
I'm thinking it's gonna be a score like 35-28.
Okay. Tampa
Bay. Yeah, I'm sorry, Indy fans. I'm sorry, Matt.
I know Matt.
Yeah,
Matt goes there. He went there the one time.
Mm-hmm. All right, we got next game on the slate here. Denver traveling to Houston. Denver is plus 9.5. Houston minus 9.5. Obviously.
Miller's not playing.
Von Miller isn't playing.
Mm-mm.
I like what I've seen from their quarterback, Locke.
Yes.
He looks solid.
He can stand in there.
He looked really solid.
He did.
He's able to, defeat the LA Chargers last week. Now, this is a different beast. Houston's defense isn't that great. And Deshaun Watson, he's been awesome. He was awesome against New England. He phenomenal.
Looked great against that defense.
Especially against that defense.
Yes.
He torched them. He torched them
for
4 touchdowns.
He did.
That play that him and Hopkins had, that was fucking sweet.
God.
That was sweet.
I was just like, yes. I was watching that game. I was such a fan. Yeah. I was fanning on that game. I was like, beat their ass.
Yes, it felt good.
It did.
It put my Baltimore Ravens in first place in the AFC too. So I'll
say thank you to Houston.
Yes, thank you, Houston. I appreciate you guys. I think Denver's going to put up a better fight than I think what I'm seeing from the spread is giving them. As high-powered as that offense is, Houston has, their defense is very susceptible to give up a lot of points as well. It kind of looked like they found their pass rush last week against New England because they was just
all over.
They was all over that man.
Brady was throwing the ball everywhere, never got grounding, nothing. They just throw the ball.
I like Denver with the points. I think it's going to be a closer game. For me, I'm going to go with the score. Let's go. I'm going to go 33-25.
Denver,
yeah.
Okay, I'm going Denver too, but I'm going 20.
No, I'm going 33-25 Houston.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I like Denver with the points.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going, okay. I'm going with Denver, of course, and the points. I'm 28-24.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, next game here, we got LA Chargers going against Jacksonville, traveling to Jacksonville. Gardner Minshew is back.
Yes.
Yeah. Gardner.
They set, oh boy.
Mr. Florida. Yeah, what are your thoughts on that one there? Nick Foles, $50 million guaranteed, an $88 million contract.
Where were they thinking? Just because he took him to the Super Bowl? Is that what that money is?
That's exactly what they was thinking. They seen what Foles did in back-to-back years of Philly. Like he got into the playoffs twice, won a Super Bowl in that span. One of the greatest runs in a Super Bowl we'll see.
Different players.
Yes.
Different players, man. Schemes. Different scheme, all that. You can't base that, man. You can't. I mean, you can because you did. You based that money on what he did in Philly. Philly players are different. They was balling.
Yeah. They call it lightning in a bottle.
Right.
They call it lightning in a fucking bottle.
No, man. And he looks like trash.
Yeah.
Straight trash.
I mean, they benched him. They benched him for a reason.
Good.
They benched him for a reason.
I mean, Gardner Minshew was coming down because everybody was reading him now, and some tape out there on him. So everybody's like, oh, okay, if we do this, all that. But yeah, right. Good. I'm glad they did.
I like Gardner, man.
I do too.
I like Gardner Minshew. I think in this offseason, if they can move Minshew Nick Foles to a team that feels like they're like a veteran quarterback away. I was trying to go through a list of teams of who that can be next year.
To go for him to go to?
Right. I was thinking Denver because Denver just seems to always want to try to take on like older quarterbacks and try to revamp them somehow, some way. They took Flacco off our hands, so I'm happy about that.
I know you guys are. You're like, thank you.
I was happy about that.
Thank you.
So I was trying to find a team that can take on that contract and then feel like that they will be contenders with them, but I really can't come up with one, honestly.
No.
Maybe not the Giants. They got a young quarterback. Not Detroit. They got their quarterback. Maybe Indy, if they don't believe in Brissett.
They just gave him that money, didn't they?
They did. They gave him an extension. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. But in this game here, I like Jacksonville. Garner's back in the starting lineup.
I do too.
I think that kind of reinvigorates the team. Phillip Rivers is trash.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Phillip Rivers.
Did somebody just tell him to sit down, please?
It's over at this point.
He's done. Like,
yeah, he's a hindrance on his team.
And the only reason why they're not sitting him down, because you know who's behind him, right?
Tyrod.
Yeah.
Yeah, my boy Tyrod.
Yeah.
Where honestly, at this point, like the Chargers, in my opinion, they should have been benched.
No, yes. Rivers. They should have benched him that
Kansas City game, in my opinion.
Sheesh. Yes.
That was he looked terrible.
The ball right to the man, like damn, like
he looked absolutely
and they
terrible.
still didn't pull him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, give Tyrod a chance.
Yeah, right down to the very, and they had a chance.
That was the scoring. Drive.
And then threw an interception right then and there to end the game. He's been bad all season long.
Yeah,
at this point, it looks like he's pretty much shot.
And if y'all still hanging with this dude, it's like you don't trust Tyrod. Mm-hmm. That's all that is. If you're not putting Tyrod in because you don't think that he can win you a game,
which he's shown that he can. He got the Bills to the playoffs.
Thank you. And everybody's he didn't get us to the playoffs. Well, who got us there then?
Right.
Because he threw the damn ball.
Right.
Like, give him his props. You know. Whatever.
Yeah. What you got to score this game?
I am going with Jacksonville 2. I'm going to. They got the points, right? Yes.
Jacksonville getting 2.5. Yep.
Jacksonville, because he can ball out. I'm going to get 27-12 to 14. I'm sorry, or maybe 28-14.
Okay. I'm gonna go lower scoring. I think it's gonna be more of a defensive battle. I'm taking the under. I'm gonna go 17-13. Jacksonville.
Oh, okay.
All right. Next game on the slate. Tennessee traveling to Oakland. The Oakland Raiders are who I thought they were. I gave them credit with how they've been able to manage all the turmoil, and they was right there with neck and neck with Kansas City. And ever since I said that, they have not looked good
at all.
At all. Now, they are 5-1 at home. All right, which they are going to be in this game. However, Tennessee has way more to play for at this point.
Yes, they do. They are 7-5.
Yeah, they're one game behind Houston to win this division.
And I don't see no one stopping that running back.
Derrick Henry is a second half of the season monster.
That man's thighs, y'all.
Earl Thomas.
You cannot. That man.
He's a monster, and he's just running through people.
Yeah, knocking folks down.
Mm-hmm. Also, I love the move that Mike Vrabel did with exchanging Mariota for Tannehill.
Yes.
Ever since they made that move, Tennessee has been a
They should have
team.
pulled that plug a long time ago.
Yeah, I was never a big Mariota guy myself.
No, not at all. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think he was just like a middle of the line quarterback. Like,
yeah, I think they expected him to be more than what he was. Like, they seen him in college, mobile guy that can throw the ball, and it's like, okay, yeah, he can be, this, and he wasn't.
He's definitely vanilla. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely vanilla.
I like Tennessee defense as well. Mm-hmm. Tennessee plays rough-nosed defense.
They do. They definitely do.
And I think they can be able to control people on the offensive line as well. What's your thoughts on this game?
I'm gonna go. I just don't like Oakland. I don't think Derek Carr is really a great quarterback. That's my own personal opinion.
I feel you on that one.
I do like the coach, but I'm going with Tennessee because of Henry.
Yeah.
And I'm going because Oakland has the points.
Yeah, Oakland's getting 2.5 at home.
Yeah. I'm going to go. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, though, but 17-10.
Yeah. I agree with you on the Henry point. I think he's just going to pound him to oblivion.
I don't think they're going to be able to tackle him.
Consistent. I'm coming at you.
Yeah.
I'm running your
guys.
Who
are their wide receivers? Do you know? Do we know?
Who, Tennessee's?
Yeah.
They got the rookie, Brown, A.J. Brown.
Okay.
They got Corey Davis, I believe his name is. Their overall receiving core is pretty solid.
Okay.
Delaney Walker, the tight end.
Yeah. Yep.
And then Tannehill, he's been looking really good.
Definitely. If they lose this game, come on.
I'm rolling with Tennessee as well. I'm thinking it's going to be like 24-10. Tennessee. I think they're just going to pound the rock. Derrick Henry's going to have a huge game, 150 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, maybe even 3. Tannehill just plays ball control offense. Just don't make the mistake and let your offensive line and running game control this game. Give me a score 24-10.
Okay.
This game coming up. This is a real big game.
It is.
Kansas City, New England.
I think it's bigger than what I think it's big, but if it was Tom Brady, how we know Tom Brady can play, it will be even bigger. Mm-hmm. I mean, you don't count Tom Brady out, but he doesn't have those receivers.
Yeah, you got Julian Edelman.
Old man.
You got
Mr.
Dorsett. Who are the other receivers? They got N'Keal Harry back, the rookie. They had their tight end, Ben Watson. He hasn't really done much. And then they rely on their running backs like Rex Burkhead
and
Sony Michel.
Yep. That's you don't really. I mean, I don't know. I'm going Kansas City. They're playing at home though.
New England is at home. New England. You know what's crazy to me as well? First of all, New England's 5-0 at home. But also what's kind of funny to think is like as bad as this New England's offense has looked over these last few weeks, they're still 10-2. Mm-hmm. Like they're still currently the number 2 seed in the AFC.
Yes.
They still currently can go ahead and get a home field playoff bye.
Insane.
And still that defense, even though they had a rough time against Houston last week, that defense is still very, 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 very good.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And that's the only thing that's keeping them in games is their defense.
That's a fact.
That's it. Because Tom hasn't thrown the ball anywhere near what he did last year.
At all.
Anywhere near. So, and he was cussing out the damn wide receivers last week on the sideline. He told them to run their effing route. Mm-hmm. You just do that for me. Mm-hmm. I was like, yo.
Tom terrific, man.
Oh, man.
He was tight.
Yeah, he was tight.
For me, I think this is a revenge game for Kansas City.
Yeah.
Last year, they lost to New England twice.
Yep.
All right, they lost to New England in New England last year, and then they lost in the playoffs, and it was fucking one pre-snap penalty from going to the Super Bowl. Like, the man, if he lines up literally just a half a yard, not even a half a yard, a couple of inches back, they don't get the offsides penalty, they get the interception, they go into the Super Bowl.
How do you get offsides? How do you do that?
I don't know.
So you get paid and you don't know where you need to stand? Like, come on, bro.
I remember playing when I was young. Like, one of the first things they taught us when we was playing football, like, you look at the ball and you line up behind the ball.
Right.
Like, you know, I thought it was pretty simple. But, I mean, hey, you get in the heat of the battle, I guess. You know, players fuck up. I think it's a revenge game for Kansas City. I think they kind of put it on New England, honestly.
So you taking the points?
I'm taking Kansas City in a big win. I'm thinking, like, I think they put up a lot of points. But Patrick Mahomes has looked really good. But
their defense, though, is insane.
Who, New England's?
Yeah.
The defense, yes, is definitely good. However, Kansas City offense is just explosive. Like, it's just one of those things where they, like, their main thing is that they don't run the ball that as well as you want them to.
Right.
But they run the ball enough, and then on top of that, they just take the top off of defenses. Okay. Like with McCole Harmon, and then Tyreek Hill. Mm-hmm. You got Kelsey working in the middle there for you. Like that whole receiving core, and then you got Patrick Mahomes, who is still
will run.
Right, you know what I mean? Can run, but then also the way he throw that rock, man.
Yeah, I've never seen. Yeah.
He got special arm talent.
Absolutely. The man playing football like he playing basketball.
Yeah. Kansas City, as a Baltimore Ravens fan, that is the one team I do not want to see in the playoffs at all. That
would be a good show, though. But
it would, but they just score on anybody, and they just put it up like literally. It'd be in the points we've seen it this season, where in a quarter they just score 28 points in a matter of fucking 8 minutes, 7 minutes.
Damn.
I'm like, what the hell?
And that was New England used to be that way,
right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I like Kansas City big in this one thing. I think they put up a good amount of points on this New England's defense. I think they score about 30. So give me a score of 30. And I think New England offense doesn't get rolling, and I give me 18 points for New England, 30-18 Kansas City.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm feeling KC.
Wow.
I think the New England downturn continues. I think the offense is shuddering. I think the defense could only do so much, and Patrick Mahomes has his revenge game. Andy Reid has his revenge game.
Okay, I agree everything you said except for the score, because I think Kansas City definitely going to win. I do. I'm going to say 28-24, and I'm only saying that because it's going to be a point where Kansas